Hello and welcome to ADS Python tutorials. In this playlist, we will talk about how to use Python programming in ADS to automate the repetitive tasks or to come up with your own innovative custom workflows using the Python APIs which are now available since ADS 2025 release. In the first video, I will give you a quick introduction of Python in ADS. So let's get started. In ADS Python, you have two different modes of operation. One, which we call as interactive mode, in which you could utilize Python console, which is available once you bring up the ADS user interface. And there are two Python consoles available. One, to take care of the design environment side of things. That's where you can create workspaces, library, schematic, layout, etc. Another Python console is available in our data display, where you can use this console to use Python APIs to do the plotting, insert the trace, marker, equations, etc. Remember, these two Python consoles have their own embedded Python interpreter and are separate execution contexts. That means you cannot mix and match them. So while you are in design environment mode or the DDS mode, there is a live interaction which is surely possible. So you can type in the APIs or the commands and you can see the live action happening in the design environment or in the data display. So in the upcoming videos, we will talk about some of these things in more detail. The second mode of operation is what we call as headless automation, using an external IDE such as Visual Studio Code, which is a great tool. However, you are not only restricted to VS Code, you can use any other external IDEs which is your favorite. However, from our recommendation, we support VS Code the best, and a lot of testing has been done on VS Code, and it's a great platform to develop your own automation scripts. Now, when you are in external IDE mode, you can import the required modules which are shipped with ADS in terms of either accessing the design environment side of things or the data display and few others which are available. Under this mode, it is possible to call both of these modules in a single script so that you can create end-to-end automation flow using all the APIs available covering various aspects of ADS. Now, while you are in VS Code, you can also get flexibility to use something like Jupyter Notebook, which is an open source web application that allows you to create and share documents which can contain live code, equations, etc. Also, a great feature about Jupyter Notebook is when you have a large automation task at your hand, you can create multiple cells, keep executing the small segments in one shot, and then keep checking to make sure everything is working okay, and then finally combine all of that into a single automation script. So whichever way you want to use it, you can use it in headless automation. Now in this mode, you don't need to bring up ADS user interface because everything will work in the background and you would be primarily interacting with the IDE. Again, we will cover all of this in this playlist as we go along. Another way of using ADS Python APIs is to use them in your own custom Python virtual environment, which you may already have in place. So in case you have virtual environment, the only condition you need to remember is to use the same major and minor Python version as supported by ADS. And once you have it, you can browse to this installation directories path, where you can go to wheelhouse folder, in which you will get various wheel files for you to install in your own virtual environment. You can do individual wheel file installation, or you can create a requirement file. So these are all Python specific things which I'm sure you are already aware if you know how to do Python programming. Now there are other things around ADS which you can also automate. And in the bigger context, ADS might be just one piece of the puzzle that you're trying to automate. In such cases, you can use tools like EDA Toolbox, which provides the wrapper APIs to connect various tools as long as they support Python, and you can integrate the whole ecosystem together A typical example could be an application where you need to combine ADS and EM Pro or ADS and System View to do a respective part of the overall problem you're trying to solve. So all of those could be automated from a common interface or a common script. Also available is Pathwave Data Tools, which is main tool focusing on data processing, and it has a pretty nice universal data structure with a very easy and consistent file IOs, and it supports variety of data formats which you can analyze and post-process as well as convert data from one format to another. So once you install ADS 2025 and higher, you already get EDA Toolbox and Pathwave Data Tools in the wheelhouse directory, which you can install outside of ADS. You don't need to really have ADS installation to use some of these tools. Also, our latest introduction in terms of Nexus, which is a state-of-the-art RF and microwave simulator, which is completely Python scriptable and higher level of Python automation can be achieved, as well as some nice and great features of accessing external optimizers, running optimization in parallel, as well as you have a common user interface between ADS, Virtuoso, and Custom Compiler. So that tool is available and compatible to all the major IC design platforms. So again, we will cover slowly on all these topics so that you have the entire idea of how to work through this ecosystem. So with the current set of APIs from ADS 2025 onwards, you have everything available to create your own custom flows. It could be as simple things as a small automation script doing a specific job, which you do very often. So instead of you manually clicking 100 buttons, you can simply run a script and achieve the objective which you are looking for. As well as you can create your own custom menus and add-ons to ADS so that you can invoke your own custom GUI to do a specific job in the number of steps as you have envisioned. Also, everything is available in terms of layout, creating substrate, performing electromagnetic simulation or circuit EM co-simulation, manipulating the data display. So in a nutshell, you have API coverage on various aspects of the tool, which you would be able to automate and then create your own innovative workflows. Now, since you are venturing into Python API side of things and start to do programming, it's important to understand how Keysight will introduce APIs and how they will be managed. So first of all, ADS Python version is likely to be updated yearly with every major ADS release as per Keysight standard. Any newly added APIs is first going to be added into an experimental library, as you can see on this slide. Now this provides benefit to customers that they can use these APIs available, make sure to run extensive tests while Keysight is also testing internally, and once everything seems stable enough, that API set will eventually evolve into a stable library and become a standard part. Now while that happens, for backward compatibility purpose, we still retain that experimental library, but we declare it deprecated. That means you can use, but you start to get a warning saying that this library or this API will get removed in certain version, so that you have sufficient time to change your code and then start using the inbuilt stable library API rather than experimental. And after a certain amount of time, this experimental API will be removed and then you will be using the stable version of the API. Now, stable libraries are usually considered shipping features and generally will not change. However, certain times it might be necessary to deprecate. Either the Python version change is requiring the APIs to be updated, or we may have more powerful API which can do much more than the previously shipped API. So we will have some of these cases from time to time, but whenever that happens, we will communicate this as early as possible so that users have a choice and time to change the code which they have developed. Also, one common question which might be coming to your mind, where do I start? Well, if you're using the latest version of ADS, which is 2025 update 2 at the time when I'm making this video, if you go to help menu and look at Python APIs, you have pretty decent coverage of different APIs concerning various segments of ADS. So you can definitely start reading through some of those documentation, look at the functions available. Also, under the ADS installation directory, if you look at under these two folders, you will find multiple directories and examples which are over and above than to what is covered in the documentation. So that can also be very helpful in certain cases. Along with that, here is a 2-page cheat sheet. So this is the first page. You can pause the video, take a snapshot, take a printout and stick it next to your PC. So this cheat sheet provides some very commonly used modules, functions, which you might be going to access pretty often enough. So when you're starting, having this as a ready reference will give you flexibility to quickly refer it instead of going through documentation and reading the required information or trying to find the function which can do your job. Similarly, on page 2, we have few other useful API functions which can be used to create your own add-ons, custom menus, accessing your Python script in workspaces, or writing a simple GUI using the PySite 2 module which is available in ADS. So that's all for the introduction. Hopefully you got decent understanding of what to expect when you use Python in ADS, and upcoming videos will illustrate each of these topics in a step-by-step manner, so that I have a full clarity on how do you get started with Python and how do you do something specific that is shown in the video. So keep exploring more videos in this playlist to deepen your understanding, and wish you all the best for your automation task, and happy learning.